What is up, guys? My name is Robert Demansky and welcome back to another Broski Adventure vlog. Today we're back in the Broski Bar for our Brews of the Philippines Part 2. If you happen to see Part 1, you may remember that we tried the most popular beers here in the country. Well, today we're going to be sampling the top 3 most popular distilled spirits of the Philippines. So grab yourself a glass, pull up a seat, and let's check them out. And today's guests are, first up we have our Ginebra San Miguel Gin, followed secondly by our Tandiwei Dark Rum, and thirdly, our Emperador Light Brandy. While I am quite confident in saying these are the most popular spirits in the Philippines, that assessment is based, at least in part, on my experience while here in country. Finding any credible sales data comparing the three proved somewhat challenging. But something I am quite confident in saying is that pretty much anywhere you visit across the Philippines, whether it be the capital city or the tiniest little village, if you're looking for something to drink and they sell alcohol, you will most likely find these guys on the shelf. First up is our Ginebra San Miguel Gin. Now you may remember, but San Miguel is the same company that produces all 3 of the beers that we tried in part 1. San Miguel Corporation is a very large, very old company. They were founded in, I believe, 1890, so they've been around for a while. But there are a ton of gin producers in the world, and I had actually never heard of Ginebra before visiting the Philippines, which is kind of surprising to me now since learning that they are hands down the largest gin producer in the world by volume. In 2016 alone, they produced a record 192 million liters of gin. That's enough gin to fill 76 Olympic-sized swimming pools. That is just insane. Ginebra is an 80 proof Dutch-style gin made using sugarcane alcohols, which is pretty unique actually. As I understand it, most gins are made using grain alcohol. But sugarcane is very widely grown in both the central and southern regions of the Philippines. So it's something you'll find kind of common amongst locally produced drinks. But this 350 milliliter bottle came in right at 65 pesos, or roughly $1.35 US. So it's incredibly cheap to have a few drinks, which is probably, at least in part, why it's so popular. But anyway, let's check it out. First thing we notice, of course, is the color, or lack thereof. Crystal clear, like most any gin, I suppose. The smell. Well, it definitely has a very strong in-your-face alcohol smell. It is very familiar though. It has that crisp, clean smell that I guess most any gin has. I'm guessing it's got to be the juniper berries that gins are known for. Let's give her a try. Well, it's got a pretty strong front end alcohol flavor to it. The alcohol smell that I was talking about definitely comes across in the flavor also. And you've got this real nice sinus burn to go with it. It's not what I would call a smooth drink. Overall not bad though. Once you get past that initial bite, it has a very familiar kind of springtime, evergreenish flavor like you would expect from a gin. All in all, it probably tastes very similar to many gins, but just slightly less refined and a little more harsh. But in all fairness, you will probably never see somebody sit around and drink it neat like I am right now. You'll either probably see it drink as shots and chased with something, typically water, or even more common, if you're out and about at some sort of establishment, it will probably be used as part of a mixed drink. So that harshness that I'm talking about will not be on any level like I'm describing. The only reason I chose to drink it neat like I am is so I could try to give you a very accurate description of the flavor. But I would not recommend you drink it like I just did. All in all, if you do drink it how most people drink it, which is either shots and chased with something or as a mixed drink, it's not bad at all. I would recommend that you definitely try it. Is it unique? Not so much. I think it's very similar to most any other gin, like I said, but just slightly less refined maybe. Overall, it's definitely worth a try. If you're in the Philippines, you'll definitely have the opportunity to try it, because like I said, it's everywhere. But yeah, check it out, give it a try. I do know for a fact that this specific bottle is not available in the US, but they do have a repackaged version that meets all the US laws and stuff. I will try to put a link to that down in the description. So if you're feeling a little adventurous and you're in the States, you can try it. Yeah, all in all, give it a shot, check it out, try it. On to number 2. Up next, we have our Tandiwei Dark Rum. Tandiwei Dark is produced by Tandiwei Distillers Incorporated. They've been in business since 1854, so they've been around for a while. One thing that sets Tandiwei apart from other rums is that it's made with sugarcane juices instead of molasses. There's that sugarcane again that I was telling you about. It also just so happens that they are the largest producer of rum in the world. Are you starting to see a trend here? Making a cool, 184 million liters in 2019. So they've made a few drinks. At 55 pesos or $1.15, this is another very inexpensive drink. So I'm not sure what to expect, but let's check it out. The first thing we notice about Tandiwei is the look of it, its color. Tandiwei has this kind of weird, unique, orangish tint to it. And the only reason for that I can think of is them using the sugarcane juices versus molasses. Now, if you've never seen molasses, it's almost black. It looks like tar. So I can only guess that has some factor on the finished look of it, which is maybe why other rums are slightly darker, more brownish looking than Tandiwei. I don't know for a fact, that's only a guess, but it definitely has kind of a unique-ish color to it. Wow, that's not what I expected at all. For an 80 proof rum, that actually smells fantastic. The only thing even mildly unpleasant is on the very back, there's a very light hint of alcohol. Other than that, very silky smooth. Yeah, it smells really good. When I first got here, a lot of people told me that Tandiwei was super good and it won all these awards and this and that. Well, I kind of laughed to myself at $1 something a bottle. I mean, like, how is that possible? But I can definitely more understand that now. Very silky smooth, kind of a warm vanilla kind of flavor, or smell rather. You know what, actually that smells a lot like a, you know, the like pina colada suntan oil? That's exactly what that smells like. Very kind of iconic tropical drink smell to it. It smells amazing, actually. So if you're in the Philippines and you need a little cologne or something, a splash or two of this will probably get the job done. Yeah, let's give it a try. It's actually not bad at all. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. Has a very light flavor to it. It's not overpowering like a lot of your spiced rums. You have a really strong flavor. This is a considerably lighter flavor. Kind of a full body warmth to it, I guess you could say. I guess that 40% alcohol gives it a nice warmness to it. Kind of a caramel flavor, maybe? That vanilla I was talking about. It does have a little bit of a sinus burn from the alcohol. Yeah, overall, that's not bad at all. I could definitely recommend that. I've had rums that were 10 times the price that are very similar in quality. For the price, you definitely can't go wrong with it. Yeah, I would say if you're going to visit the islands, definitely check out Tandiwei and give it a try. All around, I can't complain at all. Yeah, I would say definitely give it a shot. This is, I know, available in the U.S. Again, probably repackaged and whatnot, but I will put a link down in the description and you can check it out for yourself. Yeah, I definitely recommend that, either as a mixer with a rum and coke or something like that, or even as I'm trying it here, neat or on the rocks is equally good. But yeah, definitely check out Tandiwei. You can't go wrong with it. Yeah, on to our last drink. Last but certainly not least, we have our Emperador Light brandy. Emperador Light is a 60 proof brandy liqueur. I guess they consider it a liqueur because it's not a full-fledged brandy. It's been cut with a neutral spirit, some sort of flavorless alcohol to lighten up the taste of it. This 500 milliliter bottle costs 90 pesos, so that's something like $1.80 US. So again, an incredibly inexpensive drink. The first thing we notice about our brandy is the nice light caramely brown color, very similar to any other brandy that you would see. So nothing overly unique about the look of it. But yeah, let's give it a try. Well, as far as the smell goes, it doesn't have that same wholesome organic smell that the rum did. There's actually kind of a rather alarming alcohol kick right at the front. Almost I don't want to say a chemical smell, but definitely not as pleasant as the rum. But after you get past that alcohol smell, it is kind of sweet, maybe caramel kind of smell, maybe, only lightly. Not bad, not terrible. Yeah, I guess we can give it a try. It's not bad at all, actually. The flavor is definitely a lot better than the smell. Actually pretty smooth. I'm guessing this is quite a bit lighter than the previous two drinks as far as alcohol goes, so that would at least in part contribute to the smoothness. Yeah, that's pretty pleasant though. It is kind of sweet. The word light does come to mind, which I guess that's in the name of it. Yeah, that's not bad at all. You could drink that just like I am neat or on the rocks would be just fine. I could recommend that. Yeah, definitely much better than it smells. Don't let the smell put you off. Yeah, I could definitely recommend that. Yeah, certainly give that a shot if you're on the islands. Again, like the previous two, you'll see this everywhere. So you'll definitely have the opportunity, but certainly give your Emperador Light a try. I think you could certainly enjoy it. Well guys, that is a wrap. Today we have tracked quite possibly the most popular alcoholic beverages in the Philippines. If I had to rank these based on flavor, I would say our Tandiwei rum is the clear victor. This is actually quite delicious. I would drink this anywhere, not just in the Philippines. They definitely make a nice tasting product, which it shows based on how popular it is. Secondly, I would say is our Emperador brandy. That's not bad either. Traditionally, I have not been a brandy fan, but I would definitely drink this again. On the rocks, I think it would be quite nice. And lastly, we have our poor little Ginebra over here. While I do not think it will ever win a taste testing competition, I would say it has its place in the world. It definitely serves its purpose. It's cheap, and it actually works quite well as a mixer for mixed drinks. You put it together with any sort of juice or anything like that, and it's not bad. It's definitely tolerable at that point. All in all, one of the best things about traveling anywhere is the opportunity to try things local to the region that you're traveling. All three of these are Filipino-made drinks. So if you happen to visit the islands here, I would say definitely give them each a try. And you will certainly have the opportunity. As I said, they are everywhere. You will certainly come across them. But I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, give me that big thumbs up. If you happen to have any questions or comments, post those down below. I would love to hear from you. Have you ever tried or seen any of these drinks? I would love to hear your stories and your experiences. Let me know. Like, subscribe, share us with your friends, and I will see you guys next time.